非常にリアルな本当の戦いというものを映像の中でも完全にいつも意識しているというリアルファイトに徹しているというのは、まあ単に見せ物だけじゃないというのは一つの彼の特徴だと思いますね。
Form he taught, and when he did speak, he taught in Japanese. It was pretty technical.
How he taught class, how he performed the techniques was powerful.
You'd sit there and you'd watch him do a technique, and he did it so fast that I had no idea what he just did.
Tiger-sensei's Aikido teachings, the not accepting your own limits.
If somebody were to ask me what's the most valuable lesson I've ever learned from Steven Seagal,
and the randori is the main thing of the black belt test.
this was a lesson in fear and overcoming your fears.
The randori is where the test, that's where the test lies.
Basically, in Tiger Sensei's way of thinking, that this is the standard of Shodan, of the black belt.
Randori is a multiple attack, multiple person attack.
You sit on one side of the dojo, 3 guys are facing you, and when he says Hajime, begin, they just run at you full speed and just try to take you down.
In my mind, it's sort of the essence of the form. That is to say, the idea of the form is to be able to deal with more than one attacker at a time. I mean, if you're dealing one-on-one, and certainly we train, that's how we train, but the idea is to finish your form ready for another attack. That is to say, finish in a balanced position. The reason for that is, I mean, O-sensei was a product of sword culture, and sword culture was very seldom one-on-one. Sword culture was
sliding up, sliding from the chest, like that. There was that, up the chest. Go behind the knee or Achilles tendon. Got that? The reason why this is staying in front of the leg. You're trying to grab it. You never try to grab this. You have to find a body position. Body position, whether it's shooting, wrestling, whatever it is, you have to find a body position. He punches and brings his hands back. The idea is, I'm sitting here, I'll have a good time, I'm not even looking. Okay? You understand? The reason why I have it every time is because his hand is attached to the shoulder. And I hit the shoulder every time. He punches. Every time I hit the shoulder, man. That's all I want. That's all I need.
was an open house given by Steven Seagal. I couldn't make it, but I sent a couple of my students down to check it out.
I think some of the people that were watching the demonstrations were a little bit astounded because, you know, he would do his, what I call thunder and lightning show at that point.
A couple of my students came back very, not only just excited, but nervous. And they virtually told me that he had taken some guy and just smashed him all over the mat, and that damn near killed him. And as soon as he said that, it was very interesting because my interest peaked. Somebody doing real Aikido? It was shortly after that, of course, that I invited him to my West Side Dojo in Ventura, and he taught the very first seminar there, public seminar in America. But most all these seminars that we've had in the past, that the one main and common thread that's from all their conversation is that I can't believe how approachable he is. He's so easy to talk with on the mat.
He's very, very, very gentle, very, very soft-spoken.
He can be the most gentle, he can be extremely gentle. And he can also be extremely dangerous.
And it's very rigorous and seemingly cruel.
You find out that you can be a nice guy and yet be a lethal weapon.
The more you learn, the less you know.
And each time you get a little bit closer, you realize how far you still got to go.
The more talent you have, the more demanding it's going to be.
There's a certain kind of trust and standard in anybody that's come up under him. He knows and expects excellence.
He is not interested in compromise.
He expects the best from you. He expects perfection from you. He expects perfection from himself, thus he expects perfection from his student.
That was really my...
Like lightning. And definitely, Siegel Sensei's form is, you know, it's severe. Not severe in terms of people getting injured, but it is a form that
Life and death is that exact, you know, that exact same, that contrast of, but you can't have one without the other, and to embrace one, you need to embrace both. To accept one, you need to have.
if you train enough, you get both sides of the coin.
applications.